In this biodemographic short, I consider the question why the oldest person in the world keeps dying. What is the probability that a randomly chosen woman in a hypothetical stationary population of 1,000, distributed over a stable age structure, who is subject to the 2015 period mortality rates in the U.S., will become the oldest person alive at some time during a century? What is the average age and length of reign for this oldest woman? This problem was motivated by an article in the New York Times titled, "Why the Oldest Person in the World Keeps Dying." To explore this question, I created a life table population based on a 2015 U.S. female life table, simulated individual level mortality for each of 1,000 individuals in the stationary population, from their current age forward, through their deaths, and extinction of all members, for 100 years, and recorded the oldest individual alive during each year. The simulations were repeated 100 times. The results of one of the simulation trials are presented here, noting that time in years is on the x-axis and age from 90 through 110 years on the y-axis, and each line represents an individual who is the oldest person in the population. The overall results of the 100 simulations yielded an average of 22 individuals who became one of the oldest persons out of the 1,000 people in the population living through the 100-year series of simulations, that is about 2%. Around 60% of the reigns lasted from 1 to 3 years, and less than 2% of the reigns lasted for 10 years or more. This concept of oldest person could be applied to retirement communities, towns, and cities, and if death is generalized as exit from a current state, it can also apply to the oldest on a team and the oldest in a company or a department. Simulation studies by Roland Rau and colleagues at the Max Planck Institute for Demographic Research in Rostock, Germany, showed that this is essentially a queuing problem in which the waiting time between the deaths of the oldest person alive follows an exponential distribution with duration equal to the inverse of the force of mortality.